Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Aries, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for April 13th to the 19th. This week we have the Get Grounded Oracle card, and we also have the Anahata Yogic Life card behind that. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So Aries, as you can see here, you have beautiful divine gifts coming in both the realm of feelings, emotions, maybe even love, and material, maybe financial, very practical, solid, stable opportunities. So a lot wants to come in for you. But we can see, of course, we've got an ending here. I'm finding the tens are just everywhere at the moment, in particular the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So many of us are going through endings or life as we know it really changing, having to let go of old paradigm thinking. Maybe it's jobs and that sort of thing, and we're coming into a new way of getting creative with how we make our money. For others, it can be relationships that are falling down because stuck in self-isolation with a person and really realizing this person's not aligned with my heart. Whatever it is, there are a lot of endings going on, making necessary rites of passage to move away from something that doesn't serve us so we can move towards something far greater, something far more aligned with that higher self and, with your life purpose. So that's what I'm seeing here. It is a theme that's kind of, going through all the readings at the moment. So before we get to the tarot cards, let's just go to the oracles. We've got Get Grounded here, and just before we get to that one, just wanted to talk about Anahata. So you have the Heart Chakra card this week from the beautiful Yogic Path deck. And, this really does mean that your portal of the heart is opening and you are now getting into a place where you can receive maybe offerings of love, connection, partnership, self-love, or taking a commitment to another level. I'm talking a lot about this theme at the moment because I believe that we are coming home at the moment. Yes, physically, a lot of us have come home to the house and we're having to stay put. But it's through that stillness that we're getting that we're actually silencing a lot of the distractions, and the mind is quietening down, maybe for the first time forever, for some people. And that's when the wisdom of the heart and the higher self can actually be heard. Some of us are starting to actually hear the voices of our soul, and through that, slowly, if we start to listen to that inner compass, which is the heart and that guidance, it starts to open even more. And it's almost like, the heart is one of our biggest electrical centers in the body. In fact, it has more electrical activity than the brain. So when we start to connect with that more, it starts to put out a stronger impulse, a stronger sense of electrical energy out into the world. And that's often when we start magnetizing towards us opportunities, loving opportunities and things like that. So it's really exciting, guys. Tune into the heart, listen to it, connect with it this week. And we have Get Grounded as well. So this might be a reminder that some of you need to ground your energy, to maybe connect with nature. I know that we're in the home, but many of us are still allowed out to exercise and things like that. So if you can get out and connect with nature, or your way of grounding yourself might be to meditate, to come into the body, out of the mind and into the body, just to sit and journal, reflect, that kind of thing. And it could just be that after this period of coming home to the heart, and we're not out in the world running around and doing our usual business, that we actually have the opportunity to ground our energy. It's a very, very unique opportunity that we are having out of this crisis at the moment. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get into the tarot now, and I'm going to start in the what I feel is the recent past, but also I feel like it's still unfolding for a lot of you at the moment. Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords. Yeah, so sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. It's gone. So, yeah, Ten of Wands, guys, is, it's a situation that is due to end. And generally it's a situation that has been some kind of burden for you, or a weight that you've carried. So that could be, the job that you had to work so hard at. Maybe some of you were quite burnt out. Maybe some of you were a little bit unhappy in your job, but maybe you were sort of on that hamster wheel, on that roller coaster or that escalator kind of feeling. And it's not really until now that you've kind of had this moment to disconnect from it that you're really realizing how much that was taking your energetic resources, how much that was burning you out. It could be also a relationship that might be past its use by date, and the self-isolation is really, putting the spotlight on it. It could just be an old way of being, that's not serving you anymore. And now that you've actually had some time to reflect, to come back to the portal of your heart, that you want to make some really, dramatic choices and changes, new choices and changes in your life. It could be a massive realization, can be releasing the bounds of the past. It could be, having to leave a home, relocate, that kind of thing. But it's the sense that whatever the situation was, that, it was kind of taking up a lot of time, energy, and energetic space. And that's why metaphorically we see this person here carrying the wands that are blocking the vision. This person's just on autopilot going from work to home, or whatever your path is that you travel each day. And through carrying this load, he can't see any other paths. So he or she wouldn't be able to see other opportunities that might be, just right here, or a different way to travel to work and home, that, there might be new discoveries along the way. So it's kind of like, really holding you back from, allowing some more of that magic into your life. So this has to go, and when you actually release this burden or this weight, this person's going to be able to put their head up and see the full vision of what actually surrounds them, and see, these beautiful opportunities that are right there and probably have been for quite some time. There's opportunity knocking at your door, literally knocking. And I think that, it hasn't been an easy decision for you to bring this to an end, whether it's been your own choice or a forced hand through what we're facing at the moment. The Six of Swords shows a necessary rite of passage, but one that kind of carries a bit of a melancholy about it, maybe a little bit of disappointment that things didn't work out in this job, in this romance, whatever it is, a bit of despair. But, there is that feeling of knowing that in order to get to those calmer waters, in order to get to that more peaceful, harmonious state, we need to release this, because in some way it has been, choppy waters, or maybe an emotional roller coaster for some of you. So the Six of Swords is like, okay, well, I have to release something to move towards something better. And, it's with kind of a heavy heart that I have to do that, but I trust that there is something far better out there for me. So that's that energy. And it's about, if we can, leaving the swords, which are maybe the thoughts of the situation, the baggage, the energetic connections and cords with it. If we can leave them on the shore and carry on with an empty vessel, all the better. Because that means that we're really creating the space for the new things to come in. So, what is coming in? Well, first of all, I think that we've got some very juicy, emotional, potentially love coming in for you. We have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups here, guys. Now, the Ace of Cups is our big card of emotional fulfillment, love, joy, harmony. And this could be a new opportunity in love. For those of you already partnered, it can be a deepening of a commitment, moving things to the next level, really deepening your love for the person, maybe because you are spending all this time together. Some things might be falling apart and other things might be coming together. Of course, there's always the self-love as well. We have the Anahata Oracle card there. But either way, joined with that Two of Cups, it does suggest some kind of union or partnership with somebody that is going to be deeply emotionally fulfilling. Now, I don't rule out that this is somebody that you could be doing business with or collaborating with in some way, because then we're going to be moving on to Pentacles energy out of this as well. But for some of you, it will be romantic love or partnership, potentially either with a Leo or with a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't have to be, but it can. They are the stronger energies that are coming through with these cards. The Two of Cups, is that soulmate kind of energy, that twin flame, finding somebody who you feel like you complete each other's sentences. It just flows. Whether that is someone you're going to work with or someone that's going to become a lover or a romantic partner or life partner. It's that feeling of finally having your cup filled up to the brim and overflowing. Whereas in the past situations that you were in, you kind of felt like you had to push things uphill. You had to, in some way, swim against the current. This is an effortless connection that just flows, and it fulfills you on all levels. The Ace of Cups really talks about being fulfilled on all the sensual levels. The streams of water here representing our five senses. But it comes maybe after a darker time, after you've gone through a period of growth, after you've released things of the past. Because these are lotus flowers on the water here. And if you know about the lotus, it starts its journey from darkness, from in the mud at the bottom of the pond, and it follows the light until it reaches the surface and blooms. It's a journey of transformation. Some of you may have gone through a personal transformation recently, which often comes through the death energy, through completing a cycle, through letting something pass or purging something that no longer serves you. And this is kind of like the divine gifting for going through that process. The universe always gets the memo. That's what I say. And where could that lead? Well, here's all the cards of stability. Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. First of all, I just want to say that the Queen of Pentacles definitely links into our Get Grounded Oracle card. It's definitely the reminder this week to ground your energy, to nurture yourself, but also to nurture whatever this connection is that's coming in. These cards together say that whatever this opportunity that's coming in, it has the ability to become solid, to become stable, and to almost become like a material thing. So that could be, a relationship or a connection that actually is going to materialize into a beautiful home environment or situation, even a marriage. It's going to become tangible. Ace of Pentacles, I'm not going to rule out if you think this is somebody that's coming in a business or financial partnership sense, that you're going to actually birth great ideas together that could really reward you financially in the future if you put in the action, the inspired action to grow and expand. Because these are both the Ace of Pentacles here. It's like you're being offered the potential, the seed, and then we've got the Queen of Pentacles here who nurtures and loves that seed because she knows she can grow it into all the great abundance that we see here. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles understand that equation of how to expand things into abundance. The Queen of Pentacles, like the King of Pentacles, is a symbol of trust and commitment. So I feel like you can trust this person and that you might form some kind of commitment with them that is either going to have you grow love or grow some sense of material abundance and resources with them. Again, in the Ace of Pentacles, we see a gift that comes in after walking a path, after a journey, after scaling a mountain. So this is kind of like the reward coming in for you, Aries, after all this time where I feel in the last couple of years that you've just been going through that big purge cycle. Well, your readings this year are definitely showing a lot more abundance and definitely love, which is really exciting to see. But just keep in mind, guys, that aces, they are the initial seeds. They need to be planted, grown, watered, loved, nurtured. You have to evoke that Queen of Pentacles, compassionate, queen energy, mature, doing taking the practical steps and doing the practical work in order to really turn this into something. But all the energy is there for it. So I really, really love that. We've also got the link to either Earth or Capricorn energy here with the Queen of Pentacles as well. So somebody from that suit could be one of these people that are coming in for you. Okay, Aries, it is really great energy here. We have these two strong new beginnings in either love, feelings, and emotions, or, maybe financial gifting or solid opportunities, partnership becoming committed, moving to the next level, but it comes after a release. So be brave and have the strength and courage to release or let go of anything that isn't serving you, because what is coming in is far greater. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for every one of you. Feel free to leave me a comment because I always love to know how it's resonating and unfolding in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.